Previously on Dread and Breakfast. And you see the uncut vein. So you're here to gain knowledge. That's wonderful.
Why else would you come to an informational meeting?
Caleb, do you go back?
Certainly not alone. Is Chett going?
Chett has been going every single week. And before you know it, an even more important Friday night is upon us. The rival basketball game between Forest View and Middleton. Oh,
dun, dun, dun.
I gotta go.
Oh.
Follow him.
But the stats.
I got you.
I want to try to follow Caleb. I want to snoop.
Chett, what's going on, man?
I mean, maybe I'm different, but don't you still trust me? I'm still Chett. Are you not coming?
I don't know if this is for me.
The two people that Chett is with get into the front seat, and Chett goes to open the car door to the back seat.
Chett, what the fuck?
Where did you get that hair clip, dear?
I don't think I have to tell you anything about where I
If
found
you
this.
don't know where this comes from, then you shouldn't have it. And Theodore lunges at you to take it from you.
No,
Make me
I
a
run.
pull.
I turn and run.
You burst back through the trees into the clearing. You look behind you, and you see nothing. You are alone in the clearing, amidst lines of stone. When someone goes missing, the first 24 hours are critical. Meredith, you just watched one of your best friends get into a car with total strangers and drive off. What do?
Oh, I run back to the school. Like, I still have my hairpin, right?
Yes.
Okay, I pocket that in like a zipper pocket, and I run back to the high school.
You sprint through the forest. Sticks and twigs grab at the edges of your clothing and scrape you up a little bit. Maybe you stumble as you are going. You race back to the school. And as you arrive, you hear it before you see it. Screaming, yelling, utter cacophony. You burst through the doors of the school and are greeted with a blaring buzzer and uproar. The Crows have won the basketball game. The band blasts triumphant music as shiny silver confetti is thrown about. People are jumping and singing and celebrating. It is pandemonium. What do?
Oh no, not the come from behind crow. We stole it like a shiny nickel. Okay, what adult is the least distracted? I want an adult. Give me an adult. Any adult.
Manifest an adult.
Probably the coach, because he needs to realize two people are gone, right? I run up to Mr. Basketball.
First name Basket, last name Ball.
Yeah.
You race up to Mr. Ball. He is in the middle of cheering with the other members of the basketball team. Students from Forest View have rushed the court. It is chaos. You are pushing and elbowing people out of the way. Make me a poll.
The tower looks really bad. I'm going to refuse and try another adult.
Okay.
How's the band director looking?
The band director is conducting, flailing his arms as fast as possible as the impression I get is just being played at full blast.
You know, I probably have the most rapport with that guy anyway. I jump on his arm, on his conducting arm, and like just latch on like a 3-year-old and just start yelling. It's an emergency! It's an emergency! Chett's gonna die!
Does he know who Chett is?
I don't know.
So the band director looks at you and is like still conducting with his other hand, really confused because he's realizing that you are not where you were supposed to be playing your trombone. Looks very confused. The music is still blaring and he says,
What? What? I followed Chett into the woods and he got kidnapped. We have to call the police.
hold on.
The song doesn't matter. We all know the song. You don't have to conduct. I need a phone.
There's a phone in the office. What? You can call your parents to pick you up.
I reach into his pocket, I grab his keys to his office, and I run.
Make me a fool to reach into an adult teacher's pocket.
In front of everybody.
This I will pull for. This seems on brand.
I mean,
fine.
if you succeed at this poll, we at least also get an item.
Okay.
Huh.
I'm part of the Key Club, Christine. This is my shit.
How do we think we get our keys?
Mild harassment. I think you go to reach for his pocket and he kind of like swerves out of the way because why the hell is this teenager like grabbing for my pants? The song comes to an end and he like stops and like reaches into his pocket and goes, Meredith, this is you just needed to hold on a minute. Also, why were you not in the stands? Where have you been?
I was following Chett and he just got kidnapped. Thanks, bye. And I run. Like, we don't have time.
The band director looks really confused at you and looks over to the stats table. Caleb, where did you go when you left the forest?
I feel like I just walked home. Like, sucks, but
We're not obligated to return.
So you're not at the school right now?
no. I mean, the game's probably over, and Kevin had the stats. I guess they're already tainted by the dreaded asterisk of handing off
The dreaded asterisk.
statistics keeper in the middle of the game. Anyway, so
All right.
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Kevin tainted your stats? You and I, sir, are going to have a discussion about that later.
Interesting choice, and I really love that. Okay.
Oh, dear.
So the band director looks over to the stats table, expecting to see Caleb and Chett, and sees neither of them. Instead sees Kevin in his place.
I'm not sitting at the stats table. I was up in the stands with Sandra. It's at the tippy top.
Hell yeah.
I have seen Meredith come in, grab at the band director, try to pickpocket him, which I'm like,
Ugh, rookie mistake. And then, like, get his keys and book it. So something is weird, something is wrong. I am going to... I mean, she's only taking the band director's keys for one of two reasons. Either we just got found out and are about to get busted on stealing the watch, and she is going to get it out of the band case, or something else has happened. Like that, he only has keys for his hallway, so I'm going to the band hallway.
Okay, so you stayed up in the stands with Sandra for the whole rest of the game. She
Up
is
at the
still
top.
up there with you and sees you suddenly go to dash off. And she says, Kevin, where are you headed to? Don't you want to celebrate this glorious triumph with all of your peers?
There's like a sea of like dark forest green down there. I look at my all black attire and I'm like, I'm not really celebrate with the masses kind of guy.
Even though we have slain our enemies.
Now, okay, Sandra, that kind of vocabulary, definitely on brand and is cool with me, down to hang always. But right now, I just saw my friend seem like she's in kind of a panic, so I'm going to go and see what's wrong.
Do you require backup?
Actually, Sandra, that would be rad.
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
can I make but a humble request? And I bow.
Oh my god.
Such humbleness from the Lord of Darkness. What is your request?
I humbly ask that you go and get Olivia. Tell her it is an absolute big bad evil guy emergency.
Big bad evil guy emergency. Yes, I shall
Yes.
fetch this. The young girl who
No,
has caught
Sandra,
your
you're
eye.
not gonna-
I shall
Sa-
fetch
okay.
her for you.
No, god damn it. No, we're not doing
Oh,
that.
yes, of course. Yes. And I'm totally blind to how teenagers act when they have an attraction to each other. Yes, of course.
Sandra,
I
Sandra,
away I I shall go to
Sandra?
fetch the young Olivia!
I regret involving you in my business. And I walk away.
And she swoops down the stairs of the bleachers to go fetch Olivia.
Feeding you more garlic at the next earliest opportunity.
Your ally? You're gonna feed her garlic?
After she razzed me like that about my crush? Yes.
What are friends for?
This is a weird dynamic to have with a child, but okay, let's continue.
Okay, so Kevin, you take off after Meredith. You push your way through the crowd, but you are going with the flow of folks, so you do not have to pull from the tower.
Oh, thank God.
You burst into the hallway and see her booking it down the hallway towards the band office.
I don't think I call out because I feel like it's still kind of loud right now, so I don't want to like have to yell over that, but like I'll catch up.
Yeah, I think, where you are close to the gym, it's very loud. There's a lot going on. As you get closer to the band hallway, though, the band's still in the gym, and so there isn't anyone in this hallway. You turn the corner and see her fiddling with the keys, frantically trying to get the door open, hands shaking. Maybe she drops the keys at some point, trying to get this office door open like her life depends on it.
Come on.
Hey, Meredith, did you forget your slide oil? Like,
Kevin,
what's up?
no. Chet just got kidnapped. I think
What?
help me open this stupid door.
Okay,
We have to
yeah.
call the cops.
Okay, I go up to the door and I knock 3 times. Sorry, Meredith, hang on, I got this.
What are you doing?
Hello, citizen. Knock 3 more times. We are members of the... We are members
fucking
of the Forest View Key Club, and we are here to assist you with your
Kevin, stop
business.
it. This isn't funny. I think Chet's really in danger.
And then I use my elbow to break in the pane of glass. That
Holy
is...
Make a pull.
Okay.
No, we have keys. We have keys. We
Yeah,
can
but-
just use the keys.
But this is funnier.
if you die and bleed out in the band hallway.
I mean, Marissa, we both know that if I'm going to die, it's going to be for a bit. Oh,
Bob.
okay.
Yikes.
With a crashing noise, your elbow sails through the pane of glass so easily.
Yeah, I reach in, I unlock the door, and I open it, and I say, after you, Meredith.
Yeah, I run in, I go to the phone, I pick up and dial 911.
Okay.
That's valid.
Has Meredith ever called 911 before?
Ooh, how much of a bummer do I want to be?
Oh, no.
Right now.
Oh, no.
Oh.
6.
6 out of 10? 6 out of 10 bummer?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So, all of you would know that Meredith lost her mom a couple of years ago. Her mom got very sick, and everyone at Mountain View Hospital did everything that they could, but eventually she was placed on hospice at home. And usually there would be at least one family member there with her mom all the time, around the clock, whether it was Meredith or her dad or extended family, someone was always with her. But one day when Meredith was at school, her dad got called away. He needed to run out of the house really quick for something. So her dad was still gone when Meredith got home from school that day. And she walked into the house and found that her mom had passed away. So, of course, Meredith panicked, freaked out, and just instinctively grabbed the phone, dialed 911. And I think that was the last time she called.
You punch at the numbers to call 911. As you're doing it, a streak of emotion rips through you, and you manage to call the police. You manage to spill out everything that you've just seen. It's a bit of a blur. All of this emotion, all of this panic, all of these past memories of the last time you called 911, being this emergency, now being here in another emergency where your dear friend hangs in the balance. You start to hear students trickle into the band hallway. Sandra arrives with Olivia. Olivia takes one look at you and knows immediately that this is incredibly serious. Somehow, in the blur of everything going on, you find yourselves, Meredith, Olivia, and Kevin, you are all sitting on chairs together in the principal's office with a police officer who is asking you once again, can you repeat your story for me, Miss Mitchell? And I'm sorry to ask you again and again, but we just need to be sure that we have all the details about what happened this evening.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I saw Chett and Caleb leave the game, which was weird, so I followed them in the woods. Chett and Caleb had an argument. Caleb left. I don't know where he went. And then I followed Chett, and there were two people in the woods in the clearing, and Chett introduced them as the woman was Cindy, and the guy was Thomas or Theo or something, and he followed them to the mine, and then he got into a maroon car. It was a maroon car, and there wasn't a license plate, and the guy ran after me, and I ran back here.
And you don't know where Caleb went after he left the woods?
No.
Man, they probably got him. They probably picked Caleb up, too. Like, why are you still questioning us? This is the 4th time you've heard the story.
I understand entirely, and I'm just doing my job here. We have to make sure that we have all the details correctly. Trust me, I want to be able to find your friend as quickly as possible and in full safety and security.
So yeah, is Caleb okay? Like, is he gone too?
I can't really tell you anything about that at the moment.
Oh, that's cool.
But why
We
not?
tell you stuff and then you don't
Let's-
tell us shit, man. That's great. Yeah.
I am the police officer here. I am the detective. Do not tell me how to do my job. What you can do to help, if you want to help us bring your friend
Am I
back.
being detained?
No, you are not being detained.
So I'm free to go?
You're free to go, but if you would like to help us find
Great,
your...
I'm gonna go find my friend. And then I could leave.
Son, I would highly advise you not to go into the woods.
I instantly turn around and stare at him dead eye. Like, my eyes are always kind of like at half mast. They are fully open. I'm looking him dead in the eye, and I say, "Don't you ever call me son." And I turn around and slam the door in his face.
Oh shit. We'll come back to that.
Kevin's in a single-parent household. You don't call him son if you're not my dad.
Oh. Okay. I think, Kevin, as you, slam the door, there is, a pane of glass, and through it, almost perfectly framed, you see Olivia's very concerned face looking at you.
Christine. Well, I guess table. Do we have a place where we all go to hang out as a crew?
Olivia's cabin, right?
Probably. That's that's the thought, but I'm not sure.
It's the winter. I don't think her parents are using it. They strike me as rich bitch bougie.
I don't think her parents ever use the cabin. I think the cabin is just kind of like their, well, if we buy a place for our daughter and her friends to go hang out, then we know that she's not at, wild, crazy parties. She's, at a place that we ostensibly own and control.
Yeah, with an internet modem and a, was it like a restaurant-style toaster oven?
It's, decked out.
Yeah.
If that's our space. Olivia sees me. I clock that she's looking at me. I would like to somehow signal to her that that's where I'm going. Because I'm assuming the police officer can't see me because I slammed the door in his face.
Right, yeah, no, the police officer is facing with his back to the door. If you want to make a signal to Olivia, make me a poll.
There's a couple sketchy spots.
There's a lot of sketchy spots, though, guys. It's real bad. I could refuse the poll. I think that would mean that, in theory, she wouldn't understand where I'm going.
We can't all go missing.
Yeah, we can't all go missing. I'll make a poll.
I feel like you've made worse.
Maybe I don't make it to the cabin.
No, you're just unsteadying a different part of the tower. It's
What's
fine.
up, baby?
It's fine.
Kevin, you see Olivia's face perfectly framed in the doorway. She looks at you with concern, and then something in her glance galvanizes, and you know that she knows that you are headed for the cabin in the woods.
Maybe I've unlocked telepathy as a power. That'd be
The power of love.
That's how I'm coping with this. Let's go.
So Kevin, you turn to leave. You didn't let the officer finish, but ostensibly you can gather that there's probably going to be a lot of police presence in the woods.
Yeah.
We will return to this. Meredith, the police officer, gives a big sigh and looks at you and asks you again to recount how Chett was in the days leading up to today, a few other questions, and Olivia sits by your side the whole time, affirming the things that she does know, looking at you wide-eyed as she's learning the things that have unfolded tonight. And eventually, after a lengthy questioning, the police thank you and release you to your parents to go home.
Do I get the sense that they believe me, or is this like really just think this is teenage prank bullshit?
I think they believe you.
Okay.
Across town, Caleb, the doorbell rings and your mother answers the door to be greeted by 2 detectives who have come to ask you very similar questions. And soon you find yourself in your living room with 2 of Spillman's finest. Now, son, we've received some reports that are concerning about one of your friends, Chett Chesterton, and are told that you saw him at some point this evening. Do you have anything that you want to share?
I mean, there's not much to tell. He left and...
And where did he go?
I don't know. He didn't say. He just left.
Well, where did you see him?
I mean, in the woods.
Did you go with him? Did you have any idea of where in the woods he might be heading to?
I mean, he was going to the spot with the meeting in the park by the reservoir, and then...
The meeting in the park?
It happens every week. You don't know about the meeting in the park?
They didn't get a permit. Yes, arrest them. Yes, they need a permit.
Have you attended one of these meetings?
Like 4 or 5 of them? I don't know. They talk about history and there's cheese, but it's suspicious, and then you go home. I don't know. It was kind of interesting, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Caleb, make me a poll.
What?
Ooh.
For mentioning the cheese?
Caleb has to make a poll?
Cheese.
Is it because you're being a rat? Is it because you're ratting on the criminals to the cops?
Oranges.
Whoa.
Well, I'm fine for now.
Jesus.
Caleb, how much do you tell the police about the cult? I mean, how much...
I was gonna say, we're just saying the quiet thing out loud.
We're just saying the quiet thing out loud now, huh? Bit of a Freudian
Caleb!
slip there, Christine. Giving the game away, huh?
We
Just
all
a
knew
little
it.
bit.
We all knew it. How much do you tell them about the uncut vein?
I think more than worrying about telling the police there was a cult, I'm going to be worried about my mom hearing.
Oh.
At a
Yeah,
cult.
and your mom is
so
nearby
true,
because they're
though.
questioning a minor. Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
correct.
So, like, I'm going to try to be truthful but vague, and I definitely won't be saying the word cult. It will be a history meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Happens every week in the park. It's totally normal. Plus, he's, like, over it. Like, his friend left. Whatever. It's dumb.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh.
So do you mention any of the, like, uncanny behavior, like what their names are? Do you give them physical descriptions? Like, how much detail are you giving about these people?
Probably not a lot unless asked. And if they ask, I'll answer. But again, leaning towards acting like it was normal, but not trying to lie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the kid shit where you say enough to be truthful but omit enough to not get in trouble.
Yeah.
Very good. So I think after a while, the police officers, very similarly, they thank you for your time and they leave your home. And your mother loses her mind.
Oh, no.
And I will say, Caleb, your mother is putting you under a condition where you're not grounded, but you need to be very clear to her about where you are. Because even the fact that you went to these weekly meetings without her knowing, given the fact that now Chett has disappeared, she's very concerned and worried.
Yeah, we're not calling it grounded, but I'm grounded.
Yeah.
She's not the kind of mother to ground her child.
It doesn't take long for word to get around Spillman. In the chaos, things blur together. Chett's house becomes ground zero, his parents answering question after question and cops constantly being at the house, press and interested citizens swarming the home and waiting for any sort of update. A vigil is announced that it will be held at St. Felix all of Saturday and into the night, and the police hold a press conference to announce that Chett Chesterton is considered a runaway.
Fuck!
They ask for anyone who has additional information to come forward and advise staying out of the woods while the investigation is being conducted. Anyone found in the woods will be questioned and is subject to arrest.
Bro!
Wow.
And then all you can do is wait. Or is it? What do you all do?
Is this like the next day or like next couple days or like what's like time frame?
Let's say it's Saturday now. So the game was on Friday night. You guys were up
Okay.
late talking to police.
Mhm.
Now it is Saturday. What's the move?
Did I make it to the cottage?
Did you go immediately to the cottage?
I think that's where Kevin would have gone. I'm not going home. Well, no, Mom works late. She's not going to hear about this until the morning anyways. That's fine. And she goes right to sleep. So, like, I'm not worried about that. I think I go to the cottage.
So you go straight from the school to Olivia's cabin?
Yes, using my Lord of Darkness ways so as not to be followed by police.
Make me a poll.
Oh, Kevin. Oh, Kevin, my Kevin.
I'm a Lord of Darkness, man. I'm going to be fine.
I
It's dark
don't want you to
outside.
get arrested and thrown in kid jail and not.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
That one was chill.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right. Kevin, Lord of Darkness, you are the first to arrive at the cabin. What are the others doing?
Uninterestingly, I think Meredith's dad probably would have been called and he probably would have taken her home. So I think she at least would have spent the night at home and then would try to like connect with people in the morning.
Okay. So I think early on Saturday morning, it's like 8 a.m, and you hear a rapping at your bedroom window.
Oh shit. No coffee needed today. Throw that shit open.
Olivia tumbles in through your window.
This is normal.
Hi, how are you?
Not good. How are you?
Terrible. We need to get to my cabin.
Oh, is
Don't ask me how I know, but Kevin is at the cabin and we need to go there too.
okay. Should we should we bring anything? She just starts shoving a bunch of shit into a bag.
What are you bringing?
Hiking boots, Eggo waffles.
You're going down to the kitchen to get Eggo waffles? Make a poll.
Never mind. I don't have waffles. No waffles. Oh, shit. I do want to go down to my refrigerator, Christine.
What do you need?
I would like to make a charcuterie board in case we need to infiltrate the cult. And they like cheese.
Do you know about the cult and the cheese?
Yeah,
though?
wait, do you know about that?
Would Caleb have told us enough about them?
That's up to Caleb.
I feel like Caleb was similarly cagey about his sus activities for the same reasons of not wanting to be in trouble.
What?
No-
yeah,
no-
your
no
friends
cult
who would get.
charcuterie
Yeah,
for me.
I'm gonna ground you, Caleb.
All right, yeah. Fuck that then. Yeah, just paper, a notebook, pencils, like her bone solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Olivia similarly has a backpack that you can see is like stuffed with things, probably like clothes, basic hiking gear, like that sort of thing. There is a lot, I'll say there is a lot at the cabin. You know, there's some stuff, but not everything. As you're packing, Olivia is kind of pacing through the room as well. And she goes, do you think that Caleb is going to want to come?
I mean, I would hope so, but he's also been really fucking weird.
Well, if we call the house, here's the thing. I don't want to cause any more concern. I don't want to cause more concern, but I don't think we can let people know where we're going. This is scary. I'm scared.
I'm really scared too. These people were just so freaky, and I think I really messed up by panicking and calling the cops last night. I'm just really worried. We're all gonna be okay, right?
Olivia pulls you into a hug.
Oh, Meredith squeezes so tight.
I think you two take a beat, a breath. Okay. Do you still have that phone in your room?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Bougie.
You keep packing. I'll call Caleb. Caleb, it's 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Are you awake?
Probably not.
Aren't you looking up the weather?
Yeah.
You
Weather,
wake
Caleb.
up. Wait, canonically,
Yes.
you wake up super fucking early to check the weather.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Well, in the very first episode, you did, but we were on vacation, so
There must be some normalcy in times of turbulence.
You say that, but I feel like there's been some pretty major turbulence. And I was probably up late talking to the police and then probably wasn't like super chill, falling asleep right away after that. I feel like he's probably sleeping.
Because you're not on the internet, your phone does ring.
Oh, shit. Oh, that would have been terrible.
yeah, we
Oh,
almost
no.
yeah, wait, shit, we almost fucked ourselves.
Shit.
Yeah,
like,
and
wait,
she was going to
Caleb.
get a busy signal. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
But Caleb, instead, you are woken up to your phone ringing. You hear it in the hallway.
I feel like I'm going to let Mom get it.
You're going to make me have a phone conversation with her.
Yes. Yes.
For that, and also, he's being a moody teen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear the sound of the phone ringing. You hear your mom pick it up and say, "Hello, Castleman residence." "Oh, hi, Olivia. Yes, it's so good to hear from you. I'm not sure if Caleb is awake yet, but I can go check if you'll give me a moment." And you hear her come down and knock on your door, and it opens ever so slightly.
What?
"Oh, I'm sorry, Schnookums. Your friend Olivia's on the phone."
Why?
"I don't know. She didn't say.
Could have asked.
I wanted to respect your autonomy and privacy."
Fine. Is there a phone in my room? Can I take this from bed?
No, there is not a phone in your room, I don't think.
That's what I figured.
Can I take this from bed?
But you know what? I think that your mom does enter into the room and hand you the receiver because it's one of those phones that has the like insanely long curly Q
Yes.
cord, and it is stretching like down the hallway into the kitchen. I'm imagining that you guys live in like a ranch house, like
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch Dorito house.
It's zesty and triangle shaped. And has a single floor.
The receiver stretches and you hold it up to your ear.
What?
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to wake you up. I'm sorry to wake you up. Is anyone else on the line right now? Do you know?
Probably.
Okay. We're having a spontaneous movie day to decompress from all of the current events at my family's cabin. And I would really like it if you would attend.
Like tonight? This couldn't have
No,
waited till later?
No, it's an all-day affair. All day.
I don't know. Is Kevin going to be there? He's got the notes from last night.
I haven't talked to Kevin yet, but I imagine he'll be there. I really think that you should come.
Mom?
Yes, honey? Oh, rats.
Yes, honey?
Can I go?
Go where?
We know you're listening.
Well, you know, honey, I'm a little skeptical about letting you go into a cabin in the woods, just given what
It's
has
a different part of the woods. There's no...
I know, but the police said that
history.
we're not supposed to go into the woods, so I think it's better if you stay home today, all right?
Okay. See if Kevin will bring me the notes.
I haven't talked to Kevin yet. I really think that he's gonna be bummed, and Meredith's gonna be bummed, and I'm gonna be bummed if you're not there.
I don't know, Mom. I need the notes for the extra credit for the website for, college application.
That's true. Make me a poll.
Those college essays aren't going to write themselves, Jacob's
Caleb,
It's
mom.
not an essay, it's a website with numbers on it.
Caleb, you're about to get removed from the game by just being grounded into the Stone Age.
Okay. Well,
I didn't mean to call that shot.
Bob!
well, you
I
did.
didn't mean to call that shot.
You did, though. And here we are.
Oh. Shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm very sorry, honey, but no, you may not go into the woods today. Olivia slams down the receiver of the phone. He's not coming. He's not coming.
I think Meredith, stands up really fast and is holding her backpack and grabs it by the wrong end, and all her shit tumbles out, punctuating the just, shock. What do you mean he's not coming?
His mom grounded him. He's grounded, and he's not coming to the cabin.
Oh!
I'm so upset because it's I think I'm more upset that Jacob's not dead, not because I want Caleb to be dead, but because it's there's a very easy solution to this, and it's just an authority figure won't let us do it.
Well, and Caleb had information that now we won't get.
Yeah.
Straight up.
We're fucked.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? I was going to ask Caleb about the meetings that he went to.
I don't know. I don't have any answers. I just... She looks at her watch. We should get going sooner than later, though. I snuck out before my parents got up, but we need to be as far as we can, as fast as we can. She leans down and starts to repack your bag for you.
Yeah, I kneel down with her and I just start shoving things back in. Okay, well, no turning back now. Let's do it.
One more time into the woods.
Into the woods. We jump out the window.
Yeah, you do. Both of you jump out the window, and as we have previously established, Olivia and Meredith both know the woods backwards and forwards. So I think as far as the path to get to the cabin, they know which way they are going. However, we do now have a brand new tower, so I am going to require... Oh, how mean do I want to be? I think I'm going to require you to pull twice, Meredith, because I can't pull as an NPC, and there are two people going through the woods right now, and cops on the lookout.
I do regret being a little narc. I think this is where Meredith, the seed of distrusting the external world is planted this day.
I
So
mean,
that's one.
If they find him, great. It just... Them questioning you all night did not seem like, to Kevin, the best use of their time.
Amazing. As Olivia and Meredith make their way through the woods to the cabin, Kevin, you got there in the middle of the night last night. What have you been doing in the meantime to prepare?
Okay, so montage scene.
Yes.
We see Kevin try 30 keys before I find the right one to open the door. First, I do, of course, knock 3 times. I wait, and then I knock 3 times again.
Amazing.
So we see Kevin do that. That's at, let's say midnight. So I go in, and then you see me, I close all of the, the shutters and everything, because I don't want there to be, light coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I make, a dim little light from, a lantern, or, one of the emergency lanterns they have in the space. And then I have full topographical maps of the area spread out on the, dining room table. And the reason why Kevin has these, and I don't need to pull to have them, is because I have been using these as the, local area maps for our D&D campaign, and, using them for, inspiration for that.
Ah, very good.
And, making drawings and, marking stuff out on these maps. I think Kevin slept, a little bit, and then, but, I have been up for some time.
Yeah. You are poring over the maps when you hear a sound at the door. You startle, and then you see your friends run in through the door, slam it shut, and Olivia drops to the floor immediately. And she looks up at you and she goes, "Hi, Kevin. I knew you'd be here."
Oh.
Kevin does a full pause, puts that in the back of his mind for later. Yup. Is Caleb with you guys?
Caleb isn't coming.
We're on our own, and that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do you want us to make you coffee or something? How long have you been awake?
I had a pot going, actually. Well, I don't remember when it stopped, so it might be a little burnt.
Olivia rushes over into the kitchen and is already pouring mugs for everybody, comes back into the room where you guys are and says, "Okay, so I called Caleb to ask him if he was coming. He's not coming because he's been grounded. His mom was on the call, and so she heard us talk about the cabin. I didn't say why we were going. I didn't say why. But as soon as our parents find out that we're gone, they're going to be asking, and I wouldn't put it past her to just immediately tell the police. So we have very little time until we need to get going. What are we doing?
So I've been trying to figure out where these spots are where Caleb and Chett were meeting these people.
Okay.
And then like where the car was. Based on that, they would be going down these roads, and I have like things like highlighted and stuff. Meredith, you said that you did not recognize these people?
No, and it was really weird.
So like we know everyone in town, right? Like between the three of us, I think we would like recognize basically everyone.
I think so.
At least in our school, I know everyone. And we've never seen anyone like that in the Key Club either.
Exactly.
No.
We've never knocked on a door and had a spooky person answer it.
Oh, speaking of spooky, I didn't mention this to the police because I didn't think it was that important, but they were really interested in this. And she pulls out the hairpin that she has. And I was kind of far away, but it looked like they were pinning something similar, like they gave Chett something like this. I don't know why, but I wonder if like maybe that's our in. Like if we find these people, we could like give them this hairpin and maybe they'll give us Chett back.
Is that the clip you found this summer?
Yeah, in the lake.
Huh. Should we start by the lake?
I thought maybe we could see if we could find those weird like stones. I'm pretty sure I remember the way, and if there's nothing there, we could trace our steps there to the head house and see if we could follow like the tire tracks. Kevin, if you like brought your maps, we might be able to figure out where they're going. If we don't recognize them, they're not from Spillman. So what's the closest town? Are they from Middleton?
Oh my
Leave
God.
it to Middleton to kidnap somebody the night of the Spillman-Middleton game.
Do you think that they took Chett because they know that we took the Rolex?
That doesn't really seem like an equal exchange.
Okay, so probably not that then.
So Meredith, where on the map did you find those weird stones?
I think it was somewhere like here, and she'll like circle a like mile-ish radius.
Okay, so we'll start there, see what we can find, make our way to the head house. Oh, there's totally going to be police at the head house.
No, 100%.
We're going to have to be really careful when we're going through the woods because we're not supposed to be out in the forest right now.
What if we... Okay, now this is probably a bad idea and might be illegal. What if we call and distract them? You know, like, Kevin, you call and say, I just saw Meredith leaving town out by the old train tracks, and I can call and say, oh my gosh, like, I just saw, like, Olivia out by the library. Like, what if we just get their wires crossed and send them out somewhere else?
We're all going to be so grounded this summer.
I mean, if we get Chett back, maybe not.
That's true.
That's true.
And you know, this would make a great college essay. All right, let's start calling.
Right. Call in some anonymous tips.
So the plan is to call in anonymous tips to kind of scatter the police in multiple directions, and then make our way to the clearing with the stones.
Yes.
Okay, I love this idea. Didn't they set up like a tip line at the police press conference the other day? The press conference.
Oh, you're right. And Kevin, you should do a lot of the calling because you have really good character voices for our D&D campaigns. Call in as the Lord of Light. They'll never be able to tell it was you.
Do I say that I'm the Lord? I think they would be suspicious.
No, just use the voice.
Oh.
Or like, I've heard you have a really good fake Australian accent. You could break that one out
Oh my
too.
God. I can do that. I can do that.
Don't do this at home, kids. This is not good.
Crime, not recommended.
Yeah, not good.
But in this moment, we are going to commit fictional crime. Fabrice, you call the line, it rings, and you hear a pre-recorded voice say,
Hello, thank you for calling the Spillman anonymous tip line. Please state your name, and a police station operator will be with you shortly.
Good day, mate. This is a criminal on the Barbie. Yeah, no, that's it. My name is Dango.
Thank you. Please hold. Hello?
What?
She's back! She's back out of retirement! Yes, where she belongs!
Thank you for calling the Spillman Anonymous tip line. My name is Sandra. How may I help you?
I'm calling in to report a crime that I witnessed. I saw a child I done did walk into a car.
Now, sir, are you referring to the runaway? We do know about this already.
No, this happened in the past, 4 minutes.
And where are you, sir? It sounds like you are in Australia. Are you in Spillman?
I'm visiting for the dingoes.
Ah, yes, the mountain dingoes.
The woodland dingoes.
Unique to Spillman.
Yes.
Of course.
Terrible rascals that they are. Now, where are you?
I just noticed this at the library.
The dingoes are at the library!
Hang up. He hangs up.
Okay, tip number 1. Infiltrated.
Oh, I do need to make my poll. I'm so
oh, yes,
sorry.
please make a poll, Fabrice.
I was having so much fun being an Australian Kevin.
Meredith, do you make any anonymous calls?
I do.
Thank you for calling the Spillman Anonymous line. Please state your name.
Oh, this one will be good. I ran across this really weird name when I was looking up sources for my history project. Hello, my name is Chauncey Johnson.
Thank you. Please hold. Hello. Thank you for calling the Spillman Anonymous tip line. This is Sandra! How may I help you?
Hello, then I have witnessed a thievery of marathino-theories at the old train station.
Not the marashinos at the old train
Yes.
station!
That there were multiple witnesses in flowy cult robes. You should get there soon.
Cult robes, you say?
Cult robes. Oh, I'm going through a tunnel. Hang up.
The famous Spillman Tunnel.
Meredith, you kind of bailed there halfway through. How were you?
I panicked.
How were you
I'm
traveling
not good at
through a
lying.
tunnel?
It's okay. The last thing we need to do right now is get on each other's cases, okay?
That's fair. I got another one. Hang on.
Marissa, please make a pull from the tower.
Yeah, I sure will.
This is so few polls for a fresh tower in the middle
don't
of
worry.
the game.
Jacob.
Don't you
Jacob.
worry.
Hey, Jacob. What the fuck?
Amazing. Excellent poll.
All right.
Thank you for calling the Spillman Anonymous tip line. Please state your name.
Hi, this is Roger.
Thank you. Please hold. Hello! Thank you for calling the Spillman Anonymous tip line. My name is Sandra. How may I help you?
Hi, my name is Roger, and someone is, I think, trying to break into my home.
What?
Well, then why didn't you call 911 and not the anonymous tip line?
I thought
Do you
this
know
was
anything about the
911.
runaway?
Oh, yes. Maybe it's the runaway. They're not doing a very good job of breaking into my house.
Does it look like a small, nerdy high school boy?
It absolutely does.
My Dracula!
Oh.
I mean, my God!
So I need you to come to 123 South Road, Spider Lane.
Oh, yes, the intersection of South Road and Spider Lane. We will be there shortly. Do not fear, citizen!
Thank you. Hang on.
I fear I've lost control of Sandra.
Christine, was she ever controlled?
No, that's true. You have a very good point.
Sandra was in a can, and we opened that can. We can't put her back.
Oh, we can't put her back, but you can pull from the tower. Please do so,
Oof.
Fabrice.
Maybe Jacob should pull from the tower.
Yeah, maybe Jacob should pull from the tower.
Maybe Jacob should pull from the tower.
I'll do it. You want me to?
No,
I'll do it.
no. No, thank you.
And there's our promo for this episode. Amazing. So tips have been sent into the tip line. Is there anything else before heading off to begin enacting your plan?
Are there any supplies here that we can pilfer?
The funny thing about this cabin, it's a cabin that you have known every single summer as a place of rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
And Olivia's family is normal. As you look around this cabin that has seemingly been winterized, you do start to notice there's a lot of canned food in the pantry that typically wouldn't be there.
Oh dear.
Because nobody's in the cabin. And a lot of bottled water and batteries and different kinds of supplies. And then you remember that it is December of 1999.
Oh,
and you
boy.
realize that Olivia's family has been preparing for Y2K.
Oh dear.
What this means for you as players, we have a very fresh tower right now. So you can basically name anything that you think would be in this cabin. I will require a poll for those items because we want to make the tower a little spicy moving forward.
Do we want to do that? Is that
Well,
something that we...
There's so much shit in this cabin that you gotta really look for all of it. So that's where the poll is going.
Fair
Can you
enough.
locate?
We are on a time crunch.
Yeah, and you're on a time crunch. Can you find the things
Yeah.
that you are looking for? What would you
100%.
like to find in this cabin?
Knives. I bet there's knives. Check for knives.
Who said that?
God?
Yes, I would like weaponry. I want some steak knives.
Some steak knives?
Yes.
I'd like to find like a hunting knife or something.
Okay, if you both would like a knife, please both of you make a pull.
Sure.
Make a pull for a knife. Hell yeah.
Knives are always worth a pull. Good job.
This new bit of Jacob whispering from the ether is my favorite thing.
It's very good.
Great. I'm glad you like it. It's a good thing we turned the Discord gate thing off, or else you probably wouldn't be able to hear me.
Wonderful. All right. 2 excellent pulls from the tower. Kevin, you have a hunter's knife. Meredith, you have a steak knife.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't really see this as an offensive thing. I see this as a way of like, if I can hide this on my person and we get tied up, I can maybe use this as a way to like undo the bonds. Like mostly, like I'm not trying to be violent. I just want my buddy back.
Yes, yeah. I think Olivia also grabs weaponry of some sort.
There's gotta be like a hammer or like a toolkit, something.
I was kind of thinking toolkit.
Big metal pipe.
A pipe.
A metal pipe, yes.
A wrench, perhaps?
Yeah, she grabs a wrench of some
Nice.
sort.
Ooh,
Nice.
very good callback.
What was that? Chromatophobia in season 1?
It was 13 years ago, I think.
I think Kevin is gonna fold up the map and make sure that I
Okay.
bring that with me. I'd also like to bring a compass and like writing implements to mark the map with.
Pull for the compass, please. Everything else you have.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I have a dumb idea. I assume it snows in Spillman or gets icy.
Yes, particularly up here in the mountains.
Do they have perhaps salt, like rock salt?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to take a big hunk of that and try to, like, with a pencil, etch in some black spider webs to try to fake some of these crystal rock things that I have seen. Because I have the hairpin, I can approximate.
That's amazing.
That's very good, Marissa.
Please make me a poll. I do love this, but
Fabulous.
please make me a poll.
Fabulous.
good.
I will do that.
Meredith, while you do that, I would like to also bring one of those like emergency like shock blankets that like the fire department will give you if you
Yeah, defo pull for that.
I figured I'd have to.
Oh, like the little like tin foil looking things?
Yes.
Okay. It's not looking
It's fine.
bad, but it's not looking
Yeah.
great.
For how few polls you've done, though, it's not a great tower.
Right? That's like it's disproportionately unbalanced. But that's fine.
You guys wanted to be very equipped, and honestly, I think it's wise to do it while the tower is still fresh. So, going forward, I am thinking about Blades in the Dark and the mechanic where you can kind of like flashback.
Ooh.
So, I will say right now that we can bring that into play, but know that the tower may be terrible. So
Yeah.
you'll have an opportunity or two potentially to flashback and get things, but you will have to pull for those things to have them in flashback.
All right.
Let's rock them. Let's go.
As you go to leave the cabin, you close the door. Olivia locks it and puts her key back onto a necklace that she has, which you notice has her cheerleading whistle on it. So she's got her whistle and her keys, and she tucks it into her shirt and says, okay, here we go. Final preparations are made. Bags are packed. With a few zips and buckles and clicks, you are all equipped. You are all ready. Olivia looks at you two and says, let's go find our friend. As you set out from the cabin, you start to head down a hiking path that you've actually taken many times before on carefree hikes together with friends. But now there's a chill in the air, and there's a difference of why you're setting out this time. As you walk deeper into the forest, you are overcome with a sense that there could be anything in these woods. The wilderness is wildly unpredictable. So we are going to have some random encounters.
Oh, fuck.
Here's how we're going to do this. I have a standard deck of playing cards that I have separated out all of the face cards from into a new, smaller deck. So each player will draw a card from this face card deck, which might trigger an event or an obstacle or some sort of terror that you will have to face. So, Fabrice, Marissa, could you each please draw a card?
Of course.
I got the King of Diamonds.
Ooh, Jack of Clubs.
Thank you very much. As you're walking through the forest, all three of you are walking with purpose and also keeping an eye out. You know that cops are somewhere in the forest. There's general safety hazards to portend with. And there's also just the beauty of the woods around you. You do, at this point, have a bit of a destination. Meredith, you said you were leading everybody towards the clearing with the stones in it?
Yes.
Very good. This is a path that you've taken in the past, although it was under somewhat of a bit of duress. So perhaps you make some headway, you realize you've gone the wrong direction, you check the compass that Kevin has, you realize you've gotten turned around, you have to turn back a little bit. But eventually you do make it into the clearing. What do you do once you reach the clearing itself?
Ooh, I think firstly we pause and do a listen and like a scan to make sure we're the only ones around.
Good call.
Because I don't want to be walking in to like police central over here.
Yeah, from the underbrush, you kind of wait a minute and hold back. Olivia looks to you for guidance because this is the place that you had been previously. You all listen, and it's the sound of birds, maybe a squirrel or two, and then soft plopping noises as snowflakes begin to fall all around you. It just starts to snow as you've reached this clearing. That's all you hear around.
I pull my hat down a little bit, snugger around my noggin, and I think I would very hesitantly lead everyone into the clearing. And I have only seen this in the dark, so I think I just want to spend some time like looking around. Can I tell what these stones are? Like, I think I would like ask Kevin to try to like map it out because they're like geometric. What is going on here? And I want to see if they left anything behind.
And while you're checking that, and before I start sketching it out, I want to take the map of the like local township that I have and mark where this is.
Yes,
so
very
that we
good,
can get
very
back
good.
here easier should we need to.
Sure. So, Kevin, I think you follow Meredith. She takes a hesitant step into the clearing and then another and another. And Kevin, you follow Olivia close behind and you kind of sneak out into this clearing. Kevin, you start to map out these stone lines within the clearing. Meredith, you're searching the ground. You're looking around, trying to make sense of it all. I think you all kind of do a few laps around. And Olivia is also walking around and she's kind of pacing along certain lengths, coming back to you, Kevin, and informing you how long they are so that you can add it to the drawing. Eventually, she cocks her head and looks at it a little bit and squints and she goes, "Oh my gosh, this looks like a blueprint almost."
I was going to say, as I'm sketching it out, does it remind me of the drawings I make for D&D battle maps when I'm like, okay, here's what a village looks like, and then this is a building?
It does, but on a smaller scale. You get the sense that maybe this was just one structure, a bit more complex. It's more than a one-room structure. It's not like this was a whole village, it just one.
That is sus to fob. But
is it?
I have some thoughts on where we might be, but that's Fob's thoughts. That's not Kevin's thoughts. Kevin
has not listened to season 2 of Dread and Breakfast.
But Kevin, remind me, what was your Spillman history project about again?
I was proving that the Bankertons are dirty, rotten assholes, and I wasn't just doing this as a way to kind of piss off the jock in the room.
And Meredith, what was your history project was about
It was about the rot.
The rot. Yeah, I think that in a lot of her research for the Spillman History Project, Meredith may have come across accounts of certain people in town talking about a generous benefactor in the woods, that there's just some mysterious wording about a source of certain herbs that were thought to be medicinal or helpful when it came to alleviating some of the symptoms of this sickness that the people were referring to as the rot.
I have a question.
Yeah? What's your question?
Are there perhaps any cobwebs, spider webs, spiders anywhere? Do the rocks look like they were burned by any chance?
Are there scorch marks?
I think that you can tell that whatever this structure was, when it was destroyed, however it was destroyed, because clearly it's not here anymore, it's been long enough that time has erased a lot of the detail about what happened here.
I have another stupid question.
Not stupid, go for it.
Well, it's a little bit of a bullshit because I want verification that we're at Eloise's old cottage. So back in 1924, I think Spillman's favorite bartender Fritz made a really bitchin' mint julep, and mint grows like a weed and is really hard to get rid of. If Eloise had mint in her garden, is there mint around here? Because that, I don't know if they would last 100 years necessarily, but that's the one thing I can think of.
Make me a poll, please.
I will pull for mint. I fucking love mint. Let's go. You can put that shit in Mai Tais.
You can put it in Thai Mai's.
Okay, all right.
Meredith, as you're making a circle around the stones again, you decide to take a wider path this time. And as you're going, you're hearing the sound of your footsteps. They're starting to crunch as more snow is falling. And there's one patch of ground that when you step on it, it sounds a little different than the rest.
I sweep some snow aside gently to investigate.
What you find is a lot of vines and greenery that has since gone dormant because it is December. You see that it's all kind of woven together in this one area. You see that the grass has stopped. It comes up to the edge of some smaller stones that are all in a line that are outlining a smaller, a still decently sized rectangle, but something smaller than the rest of the structure. It is a little bit more removed. You continue brushing snow away. You uncover a flagstone or two between the structure and this other rectangle.
Ooh, okay. So we all know we're definitely at Eloise's old fucking cottage, and that's so cool. I don't know that Meredith would know, but I think she would kind of point it out. This looks like a little garden over here, and there's a path leading back to, I think it was once a house. It looks like this is a structure that might have even predated the town. Certainly, I think it goes back to when the mine was first built.
Huh.
I mean, Caleb did say it was a history group. I guess it would make sense to meet somewhere historic. When we were at the Historical Society, when we get our weekly allotment of keys for the Key Club, do you guys remember them mentioning anything like this or any historic sites this far into the woods?
I don't know about this far into the woods, but I mean, I guess that the people who founded the town had to have initially lived somewhere. Maybe, like, my family has a cottage in the woods. Maybe one of the initial founders had a cottage that they got away to, and with a nice garden.
That seems like a lot of work for the time period, but I don't know. This seems really old.
Yeah, it does. Olivia kind of looks around, suddenly becoming very aware of the fact that you guys are in a clearing.
Yeah.
And she says, well, do we think we found everything that we need here? Because we should probably get going.
Yeah, we should probably head to the head house and check for tire tracks.
That's probably going to be the most heavily guarded spot, so we should be as careful as possible.
You guys head out and are careful to try and brush away your footsteps as you're going, because now that it's snowing, you do leave a bit of a path.
All right, hey guys, let's group up 1 second.
Yeah?
All right, guys, ready to do the confusing shuffle? And I start, like, just walking in circles.
Or you could just walk backwards.
Ooh.
That's spookier. Let's do that. Fuck my idea, disembodied voice. Thank you.
You guys can walk backwards through the woods if you'd like.
No.
Wait. You brought the safety blankets. They're reflective. You just out as a mirror and walk
All right.
backwards.
We did bring blankets.
Yeah, the canonically noisiest blanket known to man.
No,
You did
all right,
bring
fuck
that.
this. You know what? My idea was best. All right, guys, it's time for the confusing shuffle, and I just start walking all over this place so that my footprints make no sense.
I just love that I state what has literally already been stated, just like what's been concluded by the discussion. And immediately Fob is like, well, we're not fucking doing that anymore.
Did you say it with such a, there's a glint.
I'm literally.
There's a gleam.
All right. So you all, a la Benny Hill, begin running around the clearing.
Step into Christmas.
We can watch the snow fall forever and ever. Drink and be merry, come along with me. Step into Christmas, the admission's free. Wow!
And Elton John is suing us. Elton John, please don't.
Yeah, I really have like an Elton John trigger.
It is December, though, so maybe that's what we're singing to each other.
What year did that song come out? Oh, yeah, it's Elton John. Yeah, so as you're going, you're humming, step into Christmas, and soon you're back on the trail.
Perfect.
As you walk, you are heading towards the head house. This is in an area of the woods that you know deep below you lie the caverns of the old mines, echoing, empty, dead for many, many decades. And you know this because every now and then you see the telltale sign of a chimney popping up out of the ground. You've been hiking for about 45 minutes at this point.
So, have we decided what we do if Chett doesn't want to come back? Like, are we really gonna, force him to come home?
Yeah, he was kidnapped. I think that he'd want to come home, don't you think?
He seemed to go pretty willingly, and he referred to these people as his friends. Chett disappeared yesterday. I guess I'm just worried that we lost him a long time ago, and I don't really know what to do with that.
Meredith, it's only been 12 hours. Maybe he just leaves on his own. Maybe they're not
terrible people. Like, they clearly creepy towards you 100%, but like, we don't know what these people want, really.
I get that. I guess I'm just worried that if I hadn't ran out and shouted at them, maybe he would have come back. Like, maybe since they know that they've sort of been found out, that they like skipped town and took Chett with them, or I don't know. I just worry that I unintentionally backed them into the corner, and desperate people are scary.
I don't really know that we can assume what their like mindset is. They seem just kind of like maybe they're just really enthusiastic geologists.
I kind of find it hard to believe that Chett would make true friends so quickly. I think if we just focus on being the best friends that we can to him, that's really all we can do right now.
Maybe.
I think that if he doesn't want to come with us, we kind of have to respect that. But we just stay with him until the police find all of us, and then, you know. I think step 1, locate Chett. Step 2, find out what rock people want. And then step 3, we make a determination.
Yeah. I just wish Caleb were here.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me 3.
Oh shit, Caleb! Oh my god!
Whoa! Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step by step through the forest you go. And Meredith, you make another step and make me a pull, please.
Oh, I don't want to fall into the mine.
Oh, no.
Don't Jonathan Spillman me.
Meredith, your foot crashes through something and you start to fall.
Fuck!
Your foot hits hard earth, tweaking your ankle a little bit.
Oh.
You fall to the ground, but you seem to be all right.
Okay. Okay.
Run up to Meredith and, hey Meredith, are you okay? Like, what happened?
Before you can answer, Meredith, you start to feel a crawling sensation all over your leg.
Oh no!
You look down and see a wave of spiders begin to emerge from the hole, crawling up your leg. And Kevin, now they're starting to head towards you. I need both of you to make me a pull.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hard pass.
How dare you use the spiders against me? I'll pull
I'm not
first.
gonna refute. Yeah, you go first. I'll go second.
Oh,
This
I
sucks.
feel bad. I didn't mean to crash their spider party. I don't want to do that.
Did any of us say that we brought a lighter and hairspray?
No, we can't.
If you want to bring fire into another one of the stories that I'm giving, I'm fine with that. I know how to handle. I know what it's like when things catch on fire, in a very detailed fashion. Thank you for a successful pull.
You're welcome.
The spiders begin to crawl up your legs, both of you, but you manage to swat at them and shake them off, and you notice that they're actually pretty quickly deterred. As they skitter away and your panic begins to subside, you get a better look at them. They look like the typical Spillman spiders, black, flat, but these ones are missing one key feature. They lack the telltale bioluminescent streak across their backs.
Interesting.
Burn them all.
Olivia rushes over and reaches out a hand to you. Are you okay? What did you trip on?
I don't know. I think it was like a spider nest or something. There was so many.
I didn't know they'd be so close to the surface, with it being like so cold outside. That's really creepy.
Have we seen spiders without the, shall we say, Eloise streak in them?
I mean, you've seen general spiders without the streak, but these ones, they look exactly like the Spillman spider, just without that one streak.
Fascinating. Did we do a Spillman spider unit in AP Bio? And would I be able to tell if they're acting abnormally?
I don't know. Did you look them up as like a project, a special AP Bio project at some point, maybe?
Listen, if it's the 100th year anniversary and we have a whole class dedicated to Spillman history, I feel like Mrs. Froglegs would have dedicated a unit to like Spillman flora and fauna. Like we did a semester project on the library dingoes. We did a project on the spiders, maybe the moths. Like, I think I will pull for this, but that is my bullshit argument.
You don't need to pull. for it.
She's a really great teacher. It's just hard to understand her because she talks.
She's French?
She's
Yeah.
French.
Well, she's Miss Froglegs.
I like that there was like a short period of time where a bunch of hires were made when the teachers were hired according to what their surname was.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Ball, Mrs. Frogleg.
Like, we need a bio teacher. You.
Franny Froglegs.
I know you studied business, but
I know you actually haven't gone to college.
It's fine. Come teach our youth.
It's Spillman.
some guy just rolled off the street. Yeah, I'm Mr. Ball. Hire me.
And they're like, oh my god, we needed a basketball coach. You're hired.
He could coach most sports.
You can, actually.
That's true.
Basketball, baseball, kickball, pickleball. I got them all.
We can call it tennis ball if we need to, I guess.
So yeah, you were investigating the hole.
Yes, I'm looking in the hole.
So Meredith, you bend down to see what it was that you tripped over, and you realize that you actually had stepped into a small hole that was maybe 8 to 10 inches in diameter, dug into the earth, and there had been a little bit of camouflaging with leaves on top of it. And you see that the hole is lined with a glass bowl of sorts that you're able to, with a heft, pull up out of the earth.
Okay, this is some cult shit, right? Like they
What?
made either a spider trap or like were they trying to breed them? Is there anything special about this bowl? Like what the fuck?
You inspect the bowl, and on one side of it, you see an imprint in the glass of 3 wavy lines and then a UV underneath.
Oh, interesting. They have a logo. How cute.
So the bowl is theirs.
Oh, I'm taking this.
So, just a quick note: you as players don't know.
We have no idea that we don't know anything about Uncut Vein.
that there could be a link. You don't know what UV could stand for.
So
maybe this bowl is microwave safe and protects you from UV rays. What it was doing in the earth, catching or containing spiders, I have no idea. But I really don't know what types of spiders these are, though. I really didn't think. Is there a mutation where they lose the bioluminescence?
I have no idea.
did the spiders all scuttle away in one direction, or did they kind of scatter?
They scattered.
Okay.
You do get the sense that they were not attacking you, they were escaping using your legs.
I did accidentally scream when I fell, so I think we should probably keep moving.
Yeah.
Do you take the bowl with you?
Grab the bull by the horn.
Ah!
For that joke alone, yes, we do.
Amazing. +1 glass cult bowl to your inventory.
Hey,
Ooh,
wait a
guys,
minute.
It's a +1 bowl. That means we get a bonus when we try to drink from it.
You walk a little further. Kevin,
Oh no.
so this whole time you've had the map pointed towards the head house. As you're going, though, you start to notice something out of the corner of your eye.
It's the cops.
A snowflake falls into your eye. As you're rubbing it away, you look and you notice that you see 2 parallel paths starting and going off in a different direction. There seems to be a lot of gravel on the path. You're not quite to the head house. You're almost there.
Okay, so just, I guess, to clarify what I'm seeing, we're walking like straight down a path, right?
Uh-huh.
We see a branch in it, or we see another path off a little ways in the woods that is going the same way we're going.
Off a little ways in the woods, but it's starting to go about perpendicular to where you're heading.
So it's like that path is making a turn. Or starting up.
It's starting up, yes.
Got you. Okay.
Does it look like it was recently driven on?
Yeah, is there enough snow on the ground for me to see if it was recently used?
It doesn't look like there had been anyone on this path too recently. This is what looks to be like a small dirt road.
I mean...
If we can't find tracks at the head house, that might be where we try next.
Or do you think this is where we try to see if, like, this is one of the roads that they used? the metagamer in me is going, God pointed this road out, so we should probably go down it, but...
I'm trying really hard to be not meta.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to justify that from Kevin's perspective. It's like, okay, cool, there's a road that's not here on the map, so I will mark it here on the map so that we know we have it for later. And I'm just going to put a bear symbol on it because if somebody gets my map, I don't want them to know what's happening.
So we're not going to follow this road?
Well, wouldn't we go to the head house? Because we know that the car was there. We can always come back here, hopefully.
That's right. We can always come back.
Well, the way you said that makes me a little nervous, but I know you're being puppeted by God.
Christine, welcome to the DM's curse. Everything you do is suspicious. Welcome.
You guys are like, but she drank water, so that means...
I fell into a pit of a spider bowl, Christine. Yeah, I'm fucking sus. What?
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
All right, so you all are going to continue on and not take this side road.
Not yet. That's
No.
plan B.
All right. Both of you, please draw another card.
We should have gone down the road.
I got the king of clubs.
Huh. Jack of spades.
Oh, interesting. Okay. You start to head off. There's just maybe a quarter mile more to the head house. And in that time, the snow just begins to come down even harder. It is harder to see, harder to traverse the woods. Both of you make me a pull.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. That's fine.
Have a good time.
It is still kind of disproportionately unbalanced, which is not great.
Well, let's see if we can even it out here.
Yeah.
There
There you
not
go.
really.
That's kind of, you know?
Just don't pull from the top, fob, and I think we'll be okay. So, no, that was fine.
Very
That was
nice.
fine.
Thank you for your successful polls. You continue along, and the snow is really just whipping through. Fortunately, you did bring enough snow gear that you are equipped for it, so you keep going the quarter mile until soon you are at the head house. And almost as soon as you are there, you start to hear faint chirps of walkie-talkies in the distance. Police are near.
Is it coming from in front of us or behind us? Can I tell a direction?
You hear multiple, they all seem to be coming like generally in the area of the head house.
Okay, so we're walking into them. Okay.
Hey, that other path. Hey, bear path, though, seems pretty good right about now.
Meredith, did you bring binoculars?
I brought hydrogen peroxide.
That's kind of like binoculars if you think about
It's
it.
not.
Hey, Fob,
Yeah.
you could always flash
No,
back if you
not-
really want a pair of binoculars.
I'd love to spy on the police, but I don't actually think that's going to help us find our friend. I think that's just more of a, like, I like being a secret boy kind of thing. So, no, I will resist in this instance. But I will go over to Olivia as we turn around and start walking back, and I will say, hey, Olivia, I had an idea.
Yeah?
So, you have that whistle, right, from cheerleading practice?
Always.
I think that just in case anything happens and we all get separated, we should have a system. If you blow in it 3 times, that would mean that the police are after you or something.
But wouldn't that give away my location to the police? Give it away?
Maybe, but like in the woods, it can be hard to tell where a sound is coming from directionally. That is true. There is mountains.
Really? Because you really clearly seem to know exactly where the police were.
I mean, God just gave me that one for free.
Oh,
that
you
was a
talked to
freebie
God
that
now?
God gave me. Yeah.
Are you
I
feeling
talk-
okay? Have you been talking to any weird cults lately?
No. It would give away your position, but I feel like it would also, this was a thought that I had of like 3 blasts is police, 2 is like the cult, and then 1 is just I'm lost help.
3 is an internationally recognized distress signal, if you were curious.
Oh.
So that might actually attract the police.
Okay, so then 3 is cult, 1 is police,
Wait,
and
but-
2 is... No, because if you're caught by the cult and you do the international distress signal,
then you'd want
then
to
the
call
police
the
will come
police.
running.
That's
Yeah.
genius. I'm so glad that you have a direct line to God.
I'm so glad that I have a direct line to my removed from the game friend, Caleb.
Okay, but what about if you have an issue and we get separated? Do you have a whistle?
I will manifest one should the need arise.
You will manifest one. She looks to her right and left. You do realize that this isn't one of your RPGs, right?
The funny thing is, Olivia,
What if I were to tell you?
What if I were to tell you that our whole lives are just your characters in a game?
Okay. In the time that you've been kind of like having this discussion, you start to hear like something like it might be heading your direction in the woods. Footsteps, perhaps.
We shut the fuck up and get down under cover.
Yeah. Oh, you stop.
Wait, no, hold on. Are the footsteps coming from behind us? Are they coming from in front of us? Are they coming from
it's
the
really
woods?
hard to tell in the forest.
No,
for
Yeah,
we were
thanks,
told.
Bob.
We were told.
Thanks, Bob.
God damn it.
Thanks for that.
I shouldn't have questioned it. You drop to the ground. Make me a pull.
Okay.
Meredith, what are you doing?
Probably same thing.
All right, make me a pull.
All right. I look for more fucking spider bowls, too. I don't want to put my face in one accidentally. All right.
You all spot a log, a fallen tree that offers a good hiding spot for you to all huddle behind. And there's even a little bit of an opening between the ground and the bottom of the log where you can peer out. You just see the path, and you hear footsteps grow closer and closer and closer. They come onto the path. You see black boots walk through. You hear the bleep of a walkie-talkie. Officer Petty reporting in. No sign of any civilians, just north of the head house. Over. And he walks on by.
Meredith, you have the wrench, right?
No, I have the wrench.
Oh,
No,
okay,
no,
Olivia.
no, Kevin, shut up. We're gonna sit here for like 5 minutes until he's a decent distance away, and then we're gonna make a beeline for that other path, okay?
Okay. So you hide behind this fallen tree for a couple minutes, waiting until the coast is clear. Fortunately, Officer Petty seems to have gone off in a direction away from you and has not returned. You may proceed.
Much more carefully and quietly as possible.
Yeah, no more idle conversations.
So, Kevin, you're walking along, and Olivia is walking kind of closely, like peering at the map with you. And I think at a certain point, she reaches forward and her arm kind of moves across your chest, and she says, "Wait, isn't that it right there?" You follow the line of her finger towards what is indeed a little harder to see now, but the bear path. You notice how close she is to you as she is pointing this out.
Yup. Let's go. I limbo under her. No, I don't limbo. I like crouch under her arm and then keep going.
I think Olivia kind of like shakes her head a little bit, like gives a glance to Meredith and then keeps going.
I don't have time for my feelings right now. My friend might be dead.
You all begin to head down this side trail, and I'll have you both draw another card.
The Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Spades.
Very good, very good. Thank you. As you continue along, you can tell you're getting into a deeper part of the woods. You are heading a little bit more into the mountains. Things are getting a little more rugged.
Huh.
Soon you find that the road, it kind of winds back and forth until suddenly it gets to a pretty large stream crossing. You see that there is a bridge going over the stream, but it is closed off with a gate that is locked.
Now, Christine, is this like the I'm going to stop a car kind of gate where we can just kind of like yoink under it?
It's kind of like fencing. There's like fencing off. So like it would stop a car and it would stop people.
Well, fuck. I guess we turn back. I'm kidding. I guess we're climbing this gate, right? Hold on. I got this. Christine,
Yes?
you said earlier that we could pull for stuff?
You're limbering up. You're doing some stretches, Bob. I'm
You said we could
worried.
pull for stuff from the cabin?
I did establish that you could, for a poll,
Yeah.
establish a feasible flashback.
And this gate's just locked, right? With like a padlock?
Yeah.
And I'm part of the key club, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
All right. So, I I would like to pull for some bolt cutters to cut my way through the fence. What are bolt cutters if not an all-purpose key, baby?
Universal key.
Universal key.
All right, go ahead and pull for some bolt cutters.
Yes.
We're cutting our way through this fence. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
I got this.
All right.
And Kevin takes out the bolt cutters from his backpack. And
Where in the cabin did you find those bolt cutters? We do need to flashback. Come, let's flashback to the moment we're in the cabin. There's a scramble happening. Where on earth did you find these bolt cutters?
I found them in the gardening shed because Olivia's parents got them from the hardware store. Someone in the hardware store had picked them up and was carrying them around, but then put them back, and they put them in the pruning, like the long pruning shears area. And so Olivia's mom and dad, I don't know that they do a lot of their own gardening because they're very well off, but they were like buying like the tools, and they were like, oh yeah, here we go. And they didn't notice that it wasn't pruning shears. And Kevin's like, well, this is probably going to come in very handy.
Flash forward to the scene.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Key Club, and I'm going to open this gate.
With my family's pruning shears?
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia,
What?
these are bolt cutters. They look similar to pruning
But
shears.
they're legally distinct.
Legally distinct from pruning shears in a way, and I go up and clink.
Make me a pull.
What?
It is a crime. It could be loud.
That doesn't... I pull for crime. All right, that's a new
Pull
precedent.
for crime. That one's nice.
All right, that's fine.
Thank you.
Snip, 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 snip. Snoop, 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 snoop.
Congratulations, you have defeated my gate puzzle, which actually
Yay.
was supposed to be something a lot more dramatic, but you've totally sidestepped it. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
sorry.
Oh no, I'm so
So you
sorry.
all walk on scot-free.
We frolic like over like the Wizard of Oz down the Yellow Brick Road.
Is it just me, or is adventuring through the woods a lot easier than I thought it would be?
Yes, I have to admit I'm a little discouraged. I was really hoping we would find something by now.
This road isn't on the map or like any kind of like trail map that I know about for the area. So I don't know if that's encouraging or not.
I don't know if this is encouraging, but what are those?
Oh no.
Olivia points to the ground where you see large paw prints in the snow, vaguely along the path, and then doubling back again.
As a member of AP biology class, I don't need to know exact genus and species, but are we talking about like a lynx or like a mountain lion?
Yeah. The prints have the paw pads. You see claws.
Olivia, you brought bear spray, right?
No,
Do you want to make a pull for some bear spray?
I don't even think my family has that.
Fuck.
Well, the prints are fresh. I mean, usually animals are more afraid of humans than we are of them.
We just make ourselves big and loud, right? Like we have to be like bigger and louder, and we can't run away.
A twig snaps further within the forest. You look over and you see two yellow eyes looking at you. It is a mountain lion.
Step into Christmas. Oh God, Christmas. It is Christmas and it's Christmas time.
The mountain lion lunges into the pathway.
Fuck.
What do you do?
Scream. I scream and raise my arms and just, I want to be big.
Yeah.
Make me a pull.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. But yeah, I want to like grab a big ass stick off the ground. I want to shake it around. I want to like start mimicking Olivia's cheers. Like go. Is it just yelling? And I want to scare it away.
Kevin starts shouting. Ba da 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 da.
The mountain lion, it sees you. It makes a few movements as if it's going to try and head towards you, but you can tell that it looks more defensive than offensive. It starts to kind of circle around you as well, and soon you are turning along the path with it.
Does it have babies? Like, are we in its zone?
I mean, we're clearly in its space.
I don't
but-
want to be in its
Yeah,
space.
I don't either.
It's a mountain. It's all in space.
Yeah.
As you start to move with this lion, Olivia says, okay, we just need to back away from it. We need to back away. If we can keep it rotating, then we'll be backing in the direction we want to go anyway.
Okay.
But don't turn your back to it, though.
Keep being big and loud.
Olivia pulls out her whistle and starts giving a few short blasts at it. You are moving, you are turning. The lion lunges at you one last time. And Olivia blows the whistle, and it turns around, turns tail, and hightails it away. You have successfully evaded the mountain lion.
Okay.
Well, I think now is the time to keep walking backwards.
Yeah. Kevin, you walk forwards, and we'll walk
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Let's go. Everybody head on the swivel.
You all go back to back with each other and kind of hustle in a pod further down. You've been in the woods for hours now. You're starting to get tired. There are some snacks pulled out of bags, but it's really just trail mix and little bits of jerky and a random can, but someone forgot a can opener.
I have bolt cutters.
Sure, now you've got some French cut green beans. Amazing.
Love it.
You continue down the path a little while longer, when eventually you reach another fence. The road leads up towards the fence, and you can see that it continues on into the fence, and you see what maybe looks like some buildings in the distance. The fence is long and wide, though, and it kind of goes off in two directions, and you can't really see the edges of it.
Like a cult commune or a prison.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Is there like barbed wire at the top or anything?
Yes.
Oh, do you think that's to keep people in or keep people out?
Probably both.
It starts snowing harder.
Yeah, we know how this goes. I sigh and I'm like, time to get to work. And I take out the bolt cutters again.
Snip, snip, and you enter into the fenced line. Where do you go once you're inside the fence?
Towards the nearest building.
Yeah, nearest house.
They're just like long buildings. As you get closer, they look like they could be like lodging of some sort.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely a cult.
The three of you head up the steps towards this building. You try the doorknob, and it is unlocked. You swing open the door, head into the main area of the building, stomping your boots to get the snow off. The room inside is warm, welcoming. There's bright colors and comfy chairs everywhere. You look around and you don't see anybody, but you do hear someone start to come down the hallway. And soon you are greeted by an old man who is slender, seems to be a little frail, but you can tell spry. He wears a checkered shirt and suspenders attached to some purple pants.
Ooh.
And he has a gleaming watch on his wrist. A few slips of gray hair are left on his head. He looks at you and smiles wide and says,
Well, hello there, children.
What?
Will you be staying with us a while?
Jacob's the old kook!
man! Oh my god!
Who are we sponsored by?
This episode brought to you by...
Not breaking the law. Don't do anything that we did today.
Okay. Welcome to this experience. So to start, we're gonna want some like 90s techno hypey music. Welcome to the Credit Zone. Credit to Morgan Thomas Mills for composing our dope theme song. which samples music courtesy of the American Folklife Center, Library of Congress. Credit to Twisted Tromboner for their arrangement of The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Stones. Credit to you, the listener, for listening to this episode of Dread and Breakfast. Gold Star. If you'd like to earn more gold stars, check out the episode notes for cool stuff like sound credits, content warnings, and an exclusive invite to join our new internet chat room. Wow! To unlock the Super Mega Gold Star, simply take this podcast and get it into your friends' ear holes by whatever means necessary. To claim your Super Mega Gold Star, simply mail your friend in a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Dread and Breakfast Podcast, and your Super Mega Gold Star will be sent to you in 4 to 8 business decades. Don't wait, this offer is limited. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you for kicking it in the credit zone. Stay tuned for our next installment in 2 weeks. The Super Mega Gold Star is not real. This is a joke. Do not mail your friends. We're pretty sure that's a federal crime. We didn't even give you an address, so why would you even do that? If you do somehow mail your friends, do not expect a reply from the Dread and Breakfast Podcast. We will not be mailing you a Super Mega Gold Star that does not exist. Please do tell your friends about us, though. Love you, bye.